Are you ready for your window shoppers to become paying customers? Equity Commerce is here to make that happen. We can help you automatically show the exact product visitors saw but didn't purchase on your site wherever they go on Facebook and Instagram using this magic called dynamic Facebook retargeting. To show these ads to your prospects today, sign up in your Equid control panel in the marketing section and look for the Facebook remarketing app. This is fully integrated into Equid and Facebook and so simple and effective you'll wonder why you hadn't done this sooner. To help you decide, if you sign up now and spend $50 by February 15th, you'll receive a free $100 advertising credit from our friends at Facebook. Okay, back to the show.
This is the Equid E-Commerce Show with your host, Jesse Ness, along with Richard O'Tay.
All right, Rich, are you ready for the holidays?
This time of the year, I always am like both ready and scared. I just know all the stuff that's on its way.
Yeah,
but I'm excited when it comes to this show and what we're trying to help people with. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you know, when the holidays comes, you're always annoyed at the first store that puts out their displays, and then at the same time, you're like, oh, that was a great idea, because you have to be ready for the holidays, especially in e-commerce.
They're getting the jump start, right?
Yeah, so this is all about helping you get the jump start on the holidays. If you've been in e-commerce for a while, obviously you know the holidays are big, but Rich, how big is it?
You know, I was looking up the stats before we started the show, and basically across the board, 26.6% of retail sales online happen during the holiday season. And jewelry actually goes up as much as just 30%, sometimes a little above 30%.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. If you're in e-commerce, you always wish, like, man, if it could just be December every single month, I got this made. You know, the other months are also there, so they're tough, but you know, the holidays are where it's at. So we want to give you, you know, some friendly advice, a little kick in the butt here to get a couple things ready for the holidays.
Yeah, basically just getting momentum, right? Because it's kind of like, you know, during the summer, you can get a jump start if you work in August, right? Because Europe kind of shuts down in August, and you can kind of get a good jump start there. Well, it's October now.
Yep.
And that's not really a jump start, but luckily, since Equid is pretty easy to work with and it's user-friendly, we just wanted to come up with a few tips. Specifically, I think we have 3 tips here that are going to help you just make sure you can actually make sales and increase your sales. We don't have time to teach SEO now. There's no chance of doing anything from an SEO perspective that's going to affect you in the next 2 months.
For sure. This is not about reinventing your whole business here and creating a new product. We want to give you the, what's my quick tip? I forgot about the holidays. What should I do right now? Give it to me. So, you know, here it is. The 3 tips to get ready for holiday sales. So the first one, this is pretty basic. All right. So everybody can do this. Even if you've been doing your business for several years, it's always a good idea to take a look at your website. Go to the front of the website. Don't look at the back end, and try to put on your beginner sunglasses, right? Like, look at the site as if you've never seen it before. Dive into some pages like the About Us page and read it and say, you know, would I buy from this person? Does the page say lorem ipsum? And fill out this page when you have time. Like, you know, did you forget that back a year ago when you started this?
Address is 555-555-555.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, everybody has these, you know, maybe they just were overlooked when you built the site. I get it. You're on a rush to try to sell as fast as possible. So we want to encourage everybody to go through all the different pages on your site, look at it, and say, what would I change right now?
Yeah, and we would encourage you doing that both on mobile and the desktop.
For sure.
As we know, you know, there's a lot of discovery on mobile, but most purchases are still happening on desktop. There's exceptions to the rule. We won't really going to get into all that right now, but
yeah, I might want to argue with you on that, but I do agree that I sit at a computer all day, so I think my website looks like what it looks like on my screen, but that's not what it looks like to everybody out there. So
Yeah. Well, and one of the tips is going to take advantage of how a lot of it's moving towards mobile, right?
for sure.
So really the first tip, what Jesse's referring to there, is we want to make sure first it looks trustworthy, and two, that you can actually make a sale. So what we're recommending is you actually go through and buy something or have a friend buy something. You know,
Yep.
You can cancel the order. You don't have to get charged, but just make sure the sale can actually take place. You might think you set it up correctly, but until you go through and test that a sale can actually take place, both on a desktop and mobile, and the experience was good,
Yep.
you don't know for sure that a sale can take place.
For sure. For sure. And there's a lot of things that are still easy to fix. Maybe you realized, oh man, this image I have up on the front banners is really old and ancient. There's still time to change that out. And then back to Rich's point on the mobile, I test a lot of sites and I always test on desktop, and I know that's a mistake. So take a look at your site on mobile and try to purchase. And, you know, like maybe it's been a couple of years since you set up payments, and the process there requires, you know, your thumbs are tired by the time you've completed a purchase. Okay, well, there's probably a different option there. Like maybe there's probably a PayPal option that you should enable that would allow your customers to log in with their PayPal account and buy without having to type in all their address and stuff. So just please encourage you to buy from your own site on mobile, on desktop, and write down what's wrong. I guarantee you're going to find several things like, oh man, I didn't realize it was that way, and maybe that's why my customers were mad. Or there's just always something on everyone's site that needs to be fixed. So please look and let's fix it.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
So that was tip one.
Yep.
What do we got for tip two?
I would say still on tip one.
What's that?
When you find something that's wrong, ask support. So this is an Ecwid podcast, so most people are going to go to the live chat on the Ecwid control panel. And by the way, support is awesome. They work 24 hours a day, 5 days a week. So just explain to them your problem. You know, hey, I went through my site and I saw this weird thing. What's wrong? And usually the answer is very simple. It's always a very simple answer, like, oh, you should enable this in your settings. Anyway, there's a million different things that can go wrong on websites, but the fix is usually very simple.
Yeah, sounds good. That's a good one.
All right. So tip two. This one is, if you've listened to other podcasts, you've probably heard us talk around this subject. So this is more of a reminder, but with with mobile phones, social media is where it's at. We've talked, and we're going to talk specifically about Facebook and Instagram. So if you've been with Ecwid for a while, you probably already have a Facebook store. That's been around for a while. That technology has been there. But now social media is like, it's on steroids. Like the past couple months have seen crazy developments in how e-commerce interacts with social media, particularly on Instagram. So I want to really encourage everybody. You have to sync your product feed up with Facebook and Instagram. It's super easy. There's a bunch of tutorials on the website. We're going to talk about, there's other podcasts where we're going to talk more in depth on this. I think we even have something in the works to talk more about it. But get through those little steps. It's not going to take very long. And what we're talking about here, when you sync your product feed with both Facebook and Instagram, you can now tag your products in your feed. So what does that mean? You have a product. You take a picture of you doing, you're using it. It's a lifestyle shot. Is what it's called. You're using the product, and then instead of tagging people, you're now tagging the product. So that's the key. Is that your feed is now able to it works with Instagram, so you can quickly put a box around that product, tag it, and now people can buy directly from your Instagram feed. It's like. This is kind of one of the coolest things I've seen in e-commerce in the past few years.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. And you can also, if it lends itself to your product and or service, then if say you were doing a video, you could do a video as well. Now, not sure why they changed it from tagging to stickers, but then it's just considered a sticker instead of a tag in the video. But you can do the same thing. So say you do something with animals and you want to just show the puppy running around and it's a cool little collar or whatever that you sell, then
plus
you would,
puppies. Everybody likes puppies.
Of course. Or actually more cats.
Cats. Okay. If you have a cat product, this is key for you.
No haters against puppies or cats. We love animals. No animals are harmed in the recording of this podcast. But so definitely take advantage, because again, we only have a couple months till the holiday season. We just heard the stats on how much sells during the holiday season. And we're basically, tip 1 was just that you can sell, that you can actually make a sale and it will work. And then tip 2 is basically taking advantage of social and the kind of virality of social. And why not, while potentially your picture is getting more exposure, give them the ability to click on your picture or your video and actually take them to the product page.
Yeah, I mean, this is so simple. Everybody, I'm sure everybody has a phone, and on the bottom of your phone is usually a button that you push to take a picture, or you push it and you take a video. So this is what we're talking about. You just have to pick up your phone and take a picture of your products, take a video, and then when you load it into Instagram or Facebook, by the way, this also works on Facebook, you can now hover over those products, tag the products. It's available for sale. And then in the stories, which is kind of, stories are blowing up as well. I'm a little bit older, so I'm not a Instagram guy necessarily. I'm trying.
Well, we're going to be going into detail on this a lot more, but again, we're just trying to make this be a quick episode for you to get the momentum going. We're going to be doing something very shortly, but it's not going to be next episode. But it's going to be, it actually might. Yeah. It depends. But we just wanted to get this out to make sure you could get the process started, because there's always something more you can do on your business. We all know that as business people.
Yeah. So quick and dirty on social. Pick up your phone, start taking pictures, start taking the videos, and then tag and use the stickers in Instagram and Facebook. I've been in e-commerce for a long time, and every couple of years there's this new development. And I think this year, this product tagging is the big hot thing in e-commerce. And right now, if you're with Ecwid, you have access to this. You just need to do a couple steps and connect the dots here, and you'll be way ahead of your competitors. In a couple of years, this is going to be commonplace. Everyone's going to have it. But right now, this is hot. So please just jump on this.
Yeah, sounds good. What do we got for tip 3?
All right. So tip 3, again, in the spirit of, hey, I forgot about the holidays. What do I do now? All right, let's get your products up on the top of Google. So we're talking specifically about Google Shopping. If you want a really in-depth look at this, you can go to episode 5 where we do a deep dive on this. But very specifically, inside of Ecwid, we have the ability for you to do automated Google Shopping ads. So that means when people Google your, shiny cat collar in Google, there's the pictures that show up on the top, and it's got the pictures of all the products that match with the prices, where people can immediately click and go to your site and buy. So
yeah, and to your point there, Jesse, I mean, if you read between the lines there, like we said earlier in this podcast, you don't have a lot of time to create new content, new blog posts, you can, if you do have the time, bless you.
You should do that. Yeah.
Do it too. We're not anti-SEO by any means. We're all for it. It's just in this limited time, there's probably been a lot of people that have already written those posts and shot those videos and done that, and their rankings are kind of high. This is a way when someone goes in to do that search, because they're going to be searching, whether it's on social or whether it's on Google, they're going to be in there searching for it. And this is a way for you to jump above all those people that have done all that hard work and actually be able to have your product featured in front of all those people that have done the hard work already.
Yeah, absolutely. This is the growth hack. Like, don't give me the hard work answer. Give me the easy answer. This is the easy button, right? And it's not free, right? Like, Google is a very big company and they get paid, so you do have to pay for ads. But right now we do have some promos going on where If you pay the first $150, you get an extra free $150 from Google. And I think there's even other promos. If you spend a little bit more, there's some other free money from Google. So they're behind this. We're behind this. This is an awesome way that if you have never done any advertising before and you don't really know how to do it, this is the easy button, and now is the time to do it. So, if you please do it. This is the way to go.
Yeah, I love it. Is there anything that you could think of, as we look back and you we've been in e-commerce for a while.
Yeah. Long time, 10 years.
And, it's literally like if you're doing the silly growth hack, trying to do your numbers, like don't do this with your accounting. But if you're kind of trying to think about what sales are going to look like in December, a lot of us basically say, take your best month and double it.
Yeah, at least.
At least, right? And so what this is about is really just trying to take advantage with the little bit of time we have left to take advantage of that holiday season. And there's all kinds of more things you can do in the future. SEO, there's literally, you listen to the podcast, so there's literally endless things you can do to improve your business. But we really just wanted to put together a short little episode to remind you some people have already got on this jump start. And so don't wait any longer. Take action now. And we wanted to make them be very simple, very easy, and have a chance at actually really being able to move your business forward. So,
please just do one of these things. I really encourage you to do all three. But if you're busy, you're driving right now and you're thinking, oh yeah, this is great, I'm gonna do all these. But please, just want to encourage you to just do one of these, if not all three. And this is definitely going to take your business forward. So, all right, guys, I really appreciate your time. Really appreciate you, Richard.
Use your earbuds.
Yeah.
Your energy, your effort, and move it forward.
Rate, review, make it happen. Thanks. Well, Rich, there's another great show.
And when you add it all together with the other shows, you won't miss any strategies or new tactics on how to grow your online business.
So to make sure you don't miss anything, subscribe on your favorite podcast player. Rich, what player do you like?
Probably Stitcher.
All right.
How about you?
I'm an Apple podcast guy. I'm an Apple guy on that.
Yeah.
And we're growing right now. A listener asked us to add Google Play as a platform. So we just added that a couple weeks ago. We have Spotify, SoundCloud.
Nice. We're everywhere.
So subscribe on your favorite platform and don't forget to rate and review us.
So we know what you think.
Yeah, rate how we're doing, review on what we have done, tell us topics you'd like us to cover, tell us if you think we're great and you are going to take over the world.
Subscribe, rate, and review.
It's the only way we'll know, and it keeps the shows coming. Thanks, everybody.